Hi guys. I'm just starting to I'm just starting to calm down. Oh my gosh. I just drove for like 15 kilometers, or I guess that'd be what, like 9 or 10 miles, just right up alongside of a mountain. This morning I was in a little town called Hamilton, Montana. Believe I was in Montana, kind of almost on the border of Idaho and Montana. But anyways, I got some free Wi-Fi, and so I thought, well, I was coming across this. It's called Lolo Pass, and I thought, oh well, maybe I'll get a hike in while I go across, right? So I saved a hike on my All Trails, and I had no idea. Like I don't really look into things, Like I kind of just wing it, and for good reason. I think I was sharing with you before. I really just go on guidance, and I trust. Took me a long time, but I trust in the guidance of the universe, or whatever it is that you believe in. For me, I believe in a higher power. So whatever that means to you, and whatever it means to me is whatever it is. And but I believe in and being guided, and I surrender to that, and I allow myself to be guided. So, anyways, here we are, and I started the video as I was coming up this really cool, like, it's just a single dirt road, like a single lane, coming up the side. Like I climbed the whole 15 kilometers, the whole 10 miles I climbed. It's been uphill. And I had to I was videoing a little bit in the beginning because I was like, well, this is cool. I should share this with everybody, put my little, I didn't really need 4-wheel drive. You could do it. I would have done it in 2-wheel drive. I did flick my 4 on just because, it's good to use once in a while, but also just gives you maybe a little bit more traction. It just made me feel a little safer. But I ended up having to shut it off because there was a good long section that was literally like, there wasn't even, it's just like sheer cliff, like, 2 feet or, maybe 3 feet at the very most off to the passenger side, and then it's just boop, straight down. So, not even trees to save you. So anyways, I'm driving along, and I'm like, there was a couple spots along the way, like halfway, and then 3/4 of the way, there was like a little spot off to the side, a little camping area, a little fire ring, and I was like, okay, well, should I stop here? And I was getting, no, keep going, buddy, right to the end. And oh my gosh, guys, so I'm at the top here, at the top of this mountain, and there's a little porta potty back there, and there's nobody up here. There's nobody here. And there's all these little like camping spots, and here, let's walk around. There's all these little, I don't even know what those things are. I don't know if you can see it there. I don't even know what the heck that is. I have no idea. You know what it looks like? Actually, I know what it is. It's for horses, right? It's I don't know. Like, I don't know if they get tied up to this, or maybe they put hay. It looks like they put hay down in there or something, and then the horses eat of it. Anyways, I don't know nothing about horses, but well, I have some friends that do, so I'll have to ask them. Anyways, dudes, sorry, I just called just dudes. I'm at the top of this mountain in the middle of nowhere. Like, oh yeah, it was crazy. There's the road that comes in, and it was gnarly. Like, it's sketchy. Like, it was hard packed. It's hard packed. Look, there's a little camping spot over there. There's a little fire ring there. There's all these little camping spots up here, and it's free. I mean, I booked a Harvest Host for tomorrow night, and I did that while I had Wi-Fi, right? Or, well, it's not Harvest Host, a Boondocker. They're linked, but anyways, for me it's a Boondocker. Anyways, I booked a Boondocker place at the end of the Lolo Pass where I come out to tomorrow. And I'm up here now thinking to myself, shit, I wish I did it. I could stay. Oh my gosh. Like, well, I guess the whole thing is that, when you come across places like that with this, what you do is you remember them, right? I fully intend to keep moving along for a while. Like, I don't know how many years I'm going to do this, but I'm addicted. So I'm not stopping anytime soon. And this is a perfect time of year. I think actually, this might be like the first day of school in Canada, actually. Only because, here I am in the US and I realized that the kids started it's different everywhere. So yeah, like a week and a half ago maybe, or a week ago, I think. Anyways, it's September 5th, I think. So talk about a perfect time of year. It's gorgeous weather. There's no bugs. The bugs have gone. They left. So here's a sign that says, so where are we? It's called Tom Beale. Can you see it? Yeah, Tom Beale Park Trailhead. So yeah, they got some rules. Visitor travel log. I guess you're supposed to put your one person from each party. I guess that nominates me because I'm the only person in this party. Yeah, so there's trails. I had marked the one on my all trails, guys, but I mean, then I was looking at it when I got here and I realized that there's trails everywhere up here. It's so cool. I mean, I'm assuming I'm right on the top of a mountain. Oh, Clearwater National Forest. So that's where I am. Selway Bitterroot Wilderness Access. Anyways, so yeah, looks like there's a trail right here that goes off into literally the wilderness, right? Look at where I am, guys. It's wilderness. There we go. Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to show you. It looks like there's a picnic table up here. Looks like this is a little camping spot here. Yeah. I mean, you want remoteness. Let's go in and take a look here. Check this out, guys. Wow. This would be a nice little spot. I might actually move my camper over here. I mean, I just pulled in and I went over to the side over there because I wasn't sure. I hadn't really looked around. But look, there's a picnic table here. Can you see it? Picnic table. There. Excuse me. A little fire ring. Look, a little fire pit. Maybe I'm going to have a fire tonight. It's damp. Like, it's not dry. It's I don't know when the last time it rained, but they've had a lot of rain. I was talking to a gentleman oh gosh, what was I in that town? Oh, you know what was cool, guys? I went into a little tiny town yesterday, and it was kind of like right in the valley of some mountains. And I talked to the lady in the store for a little while. It was a little just country, little convenience store, and you go into these places, often you can have great conversations, guys. If you like to engage with people, go into the small little communities and things. There's less population. People have the time of day for you. I mean, it depends on where they're at. You know what I mean? Whether they have the time of day for you or not. But, what my, a definite pattern that I've noticed is, you get away from the big crowds and the big population. And, if you really do like to engage, with people and learn and share and stuff, that's your best bet. It's just that's what it is. It's just a fact. Anyway, so so I was having this wonderful conversation with this lady. She was sharing about the neighborhood and the area, and we were chatting, and it was cool. In this old country store, they still served gas there, but the gas pump was it looked like from the 1940s or 50s. It was like an old metal. It was cool. I'm like, that's, and she's like, yeah, it works. It gives us gas. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then there's like an old post office in there, and it still had the old, I took a picture. It was cool. It had the old, where you put the key in and open it up and whatever. People still go there and get their mail. And anyways, it was awesome. I love that kind of stuff when you come across old stuff that's still working, and just keep fixing it. So anyways, I was looking at, we were sitting there we were talking, and I was at the counter, and I noticed there was all these really cool little bracelets that looked like a kid had done, you know what I mean? Just, I shouldn't even label that, but they did look like something that a kid did, right? Or whatever. So I was kind of looking at them, and she's like, "Oh," and I said, "Oh," and there was a little sign on it that said Haley or something, and whatever, or Hayden. No, Haley. Anyways, I asked her, and she said, "Well, it's a little girl in the neighborhood in the community that's 13 years old, and she makes these bracelets, and the store owner lets her sell her bracelets there." And I knew as soon as she was telling me that, I'm like, okay, I am buying one. And not only that, I knew right away that it was going to. I don't even know yet. That's the thing. That's the cool thing. I actually posted it on my Facebook, and I was like, I don't know who this is going to go to, but I'm so excited to meet them in the future. I haven't even met. I don't know if it's going to go to a kid or what. I'll know. I'll know. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. So it says happy on it, and has like a heart on each side of happy. And yeah. Anyways, I was drawn to that when I saw it. It just jumped right out at me. It was waving at me. Hey, pick me. So, anyways, yeah, get out there and live, guys. I mean, I know my situation is different than most people's, and not most people's, just a lot. I know the masses are not, they're racing around trying to get a week or two in and get out there and live. But you know why? Well, if that's all you got is a week or two, get out there, go and spend some time and just, and slow it down though, guys, slow it down. You know what I mean? Like, if you're listening to this, guys, I mean, you probably, maybe you resonate with it. I don't know, but like, I like pretty much in a day of driving for 8 hours, I pretty much don't pass anyone. And it's not like I'm driving below the speed limit. I'm driving the speed limit. And people just like, I get honked at, I get the finger because I'm driving the speed limit. Like, come on. Tell me we're not in a high, fast-paced society there's no reason. Like, and it's just getting faster, and there's no need for it. Like, if you are listening to this and you want to try slowing down, you'll actually realize that if you force yourself to slow down, you'll start enjoying things more. Like, instead of doing those 5 things in a day, and that was another thing. Hey, you know what? I want to share this with you. While I was at that store yesterday buying the bracelet and everything or whatever, and having this nice interaction with the lady that worked there, what was cool was another lady came in, and they started talking because they were both locals and they knew each other and blah, blah, blah. And the other lady was talking about how much her son loves panning, and so I when I had a moment, when there was an opportunity for me to not interrupt but like contribute, I said, "Hey," I said, "your son would love to go to Alaska. They still like offer lots of panning up there, and just for the cool experience of it. Not like you can just, I don't know. I'm sure you got to pay a small whatever fee, I guess. But anyways, and she says, "Oh yeah," she says, we've been talking about Alaska forever. It's on our list, and we all want to do it, and it's just a matter of trying to squeeze it in on." And I said to her, and then she's finished, and I said, "You should move Alaska up the list to the top of the list, right? Because And then I said a couple more things or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, actually, you're right," and I said, "This would be the perfect time of year to go." And I said, "Your whole family," and she talked about somebody she knew that was fishing or had a boat there that they do like, I don't know if they do commercial fishing or if it's just for themselves or whatever, but she's like, "Yeah, we all," and I said, "Well, sounds like there's something for everyone," so anyways, I hope she goes, and I hope she moves it up her list. But I was thinking about it afterwards, right? And I didn't say it to her, but I was thinking like, most of us say things like that, and it's more important to do the things that are on your list. Like, as far as, like she was talking about, I knew what she meant. Like, the things on her list are the things like around the house and, it wasn't like a list of places to go. It was like, well, when we get done the things on our list, we'll go and explore or whatever. And I actually, the lady in the store and I were having a little bit more deeper spiritual conversation. So when that lady left, I said to her, I said, I said, that's why I told her to move it up on her list. Cause, I said, like, for example, I mean, how many people do you know that have either didn't even make it to retirement or, have made it to retirement and then not much longer after, or never mind the fact that we just know people that just haven't lived a full life and then for whatever reason are gone. And whether it was an accident or health or whatever. Right. And so, like, why wait? I don't understand. Why are we waiting? Like, the shit around the house will be there when you get back and it'll be fine and everything's going to survive. It'll just carry on right where you left off. But you'll come back with a freaking amazing experience. And that's what is great in life, is these experiences that we go out and we have. We're so lost. A lot of us are lost. Like, a lot of us are just ass backwards. We're brainwashed to think that we've got to keep doing all these things so that everything keeps running. It like, I meet people all the time that just say, well, I don't have time for that. I got to work, or I got to do this, I got to do that. And like, I don't know. I don't know. I could talk forever on that. I don't know. Guys, it's messy, but you got to if you're listening to this, please take some time and think about what's really important to you. And if it's really, that detrimental or the end of the world, if you just, traded something, like, go and have a beautiful experience and let that thing on the list, move that other thing down the list a little bit. It's fine. You know what? And you know what? You always say, well, the list just keeps getting longer, It doesn't seem to get any shorter, Like, well, if that's the case, then what the fuck does it matter? You know what I mean? The fucking list is just, if it's going to keep growing, then, anyways, all right. If you're still listening to me, you're probably like, okay, Jamie, we get it. Anyways, thanks for being with me here up on the freaking mountain up here in the middle of nowhere there's probably some wildlife around, I would imagine. I don't know, but it's definitely much cooler up here. I have no idea the elevation and the altitude that I'm at. I don't feel like I feel the less air, right? Like the whatever it is, less dense. Definitely at a very high altitude. Not super high, but higher. And I feel it a little bit in my lungs and stuff, but nothing crazy. But it's definitely cooler. That's what I notice the most, is the temperature. So, anyways, thanks for being here with me. Thanks for listening to me, and I wish all of yous an amazing life and journey, and a balance, and find happiness and joy and love and prosperity and success and just fulfillment in your life, guys. We're here for a life. Like, and that's what that lady I was talking to in the store yesterday, she's had 5 freaking kids. And she's like, I want to do what you're doing one day. And I said, well, it's just timing. Like I said, for me, the timing was, I see that it's timing. I know I've met a lot of people along the way that want to do what I'm doing, and we talked about it, and the timing just isn't right for them yet, but they know it's coming. And that's what I said to her. I said, when your kids get to 17, 18, 19, I'm pretty sure they're going to survive. Like, I'm pretty sure if you took a little break for, and took a little like time for yourself or something after raising 5 kids, like, and it hasn't been about you for, like 20 something years or whatever. And I told her she deserved it. And I said, you already deserve it now, but when the timing's right, you deserve it. You deserve it, but you just do. You owe it to yourself. You don't owe it to yourself, but you deserve it. We all do. Everyone does. Everyone in the world deserves to have some peace in their life and enjoy themselves and make the best of their life. And just, That's what it's about, guys. I mean, we can still work away and grind away and get things done, and whatever fuels you and whatever your passion is, keep doing it, but and that's the thing. If you're happy just, working your ass off and grinding away all the time, and you're doing what you love to be doing and whatever, then great. Then that's great. That's good. That's what I'm saying. No matter what it is for you, just find the joy. Find the joy in life, and because it's your life, right? It's your life, and you're here having an experience. So freaking enjoy it. All right, that's enough of me. I've had enough of my own self. Okay, we'll talk to you later. See ya.